Barcelona is a huge city with so much to do. From the best nightlife and bars to beautiful architectural history, you can't go wrong here. And of course, you can't talk about Barcelona without talking about the architect and designer Antoni Gaudí. You see his structures and influence all throughout the city. After living there for 1 month, we only got to do a fraction of what the city has to offer, but these are the top 10 things you definitely don't want to miss when you visit this beautiful city, with an extra added bonus at the end, plus a tip to save you money on transportation around the city. To start off, of course, is the Sagrada Familia. This is the #1 attraction in Barcelona on TripAdvisor, and once you visit, you'll know why. Designed by the architect Antoni Gaudí, his work on the Sagrada Familia is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It has been under construction for 144 years and is predicted to finish construction in 2026 on Antoni Gaudí's death anniversary. Second on my list is Casa Batllo. When you walk into this house, you will feel like you're in a different world. This building is another structure that was designed by Antoni Gaudí and is considered one of his masterpieces. This home was actually lived in by the Batllo family, and renovation started in 1904 by Gaudí. There is almost no straight line in this house, and it is decorated with many broken mosaic tiles, making a beautiful sight you don't want to miss. And in 2005, Casa Batllo also became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Make sure to book your tickets in advance online though, as the tickets are cheaper when you purchase them there. Third is Park Guell. This park was built from 1900 to 1914 and was officially open to the public in 1926. And in 1984, it was also declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the works of Antoni Gaudí. The art in the park and gardens are very fluid and organic and take on the shape of the land. If you're looking for an Instagrammable moment, you can definitely find it here. It also has one of the best outlooks over the city where you can see the Sagrada Familia from a distance. This is a great place to take an afternoon walk to explore the amazing art dispersed throughout the park. Fourth is the Barcelona Cathedral. This cathedral is definitely overshadowed by the Sagrada Familia, but is still worth a visit. The size of this cathedral is very impressive and is a beautiful Gothic architecture. The inside is interesting to walk through with extremely high ceilings with a dome that lets natural light in. You also get access to the roof of the cathedral, giving you an amazing 360-degree view of the city. To exit the cathedral, you walk through a beautiful courtyard with palm trees and geese. Fifth is the Ciutadella Park. I could be completely butchering this name, so I'm so sorry. This park used to be the city's only green space with 31 hectares, including the city zoo. In the park, you will also find a beautiful large fountain, the Museum of Natural Science, and a small lake. In the small lake, you can rent a paddle boat and row around the swans and other birds that gather here. After enjoying the lake, you can grab a seat and coffee by the fountain to people watch and feed the swans that hang out around that fountain. Sixth is explore the Gothic Quarter. This is probably the most famous neighborhood or area in Barcelona. All the architecture, like its name, is Gothic, with narrow medieval alleyways and little shops around every corner. You will definitely get lost in the windy streets and quaintness of this area. The neighborhood is also where you will find the El Pont del Bisbe. Again, I could be completely butchering that, and I probably am, but it's the famous little bridge in Barcelona. It is one of the most photographed sites in Barcelona, and you'll be lucky to catch it without a crowd. Number 7, you have to pay the Moco Museum a visit. This museum is probably the most unique museum in Barcelona. The art that is displayed here ranges from modern, contemporary, and street. They have pieces from artists like Banksy, Kaws, Damien Hirst, and more. You can spend hours in this museum exploring, and the end is the best part. You get to walk through a mirror room with lights where it looks like it goes on forever. This museum is a great place for a rainy day or to beat the heat. 8th is the MNAC, and the MNAC is the National Art Museum of Catalonia. The line here can get long to get in, so make sure you check the high season times that are popular. But regardless if you go inside, the view on the way up to the museum and the view of Barcelona from the front of the museum are breathtaking. There's even a little cafe and steps on the top where you can get yourself a coffee, take a seat, and enjoy the view. A great time to go and enjoy the view is definitely during sunset. 9th, grab a cable car. Here, you'll get a bird's eye view of the city and even the beach. You can either start at the beach or the Montjuïc Park and get a round trip or a one-way. Check the times of operation before you go, as you may only be able to get a one-way if it's too late. But this is a great way to see the city, relax, and get to the other side. It is also very reasonably priced. For an adult for one way, it's 10 euros. Otherwise, a round trip for an adult is 15. For a child, a one way is 8 euros, or a round trip for a child is 11. And if you're under 4 years old, it's free. Last on the list is go to the beach. Barcelona has a ton of beaches, and it's a great free option for entertainment. The only thing you pay for are loungers, umbrellas, and water sports. This is a great place to relax and enjoy a swim and catch a tan. Also, around the beach areas, there are great restaurants and bars if you get hungry and want to grab a drink. There's also really nice sidewalks right by the beach that you can just simply take a stroll or jog. Alright, so the bonus thing to do is hit the #1 bar in the world that happens to be in Barcelona. It is a small speakeasy style bar that almost looks like an ice cream shop. Now, the line to get into this bar is absolutely crazy. You literally need to show up at least 30 minutes before the bar opens to line up. Weekdays are the best to beat the crowd. Otherwise, you have to scan a QR code to get put on a list where you can wait up to 2 hours or more. But the stress to get in is so worth it. As you walk through a retro refrigerator door, you will enter a low-lit, almost jungle-themed bar, and every drink you order is an experience. They even have a drink that comes with a VR experience. And finally, my tip to help you save money on transportation when you're in Barcelona is try to get a travel card. They have some that are good for a month, like the T Usual card, but then they also have other ones that are good for 1-day trips to 5-day trips. And they just save you so much money because it's all in one on a ticket instead of having to pay for each fare individually. Thank you so much for watching. As we travel, we vlog and we share all of our travels. So if you want to follow along, make sure to subscribe. If you found this video helpful or I missed something, please leave a comment below.